A groundbreaking scientific breakthrough is stirring excitement and debate. The dodo, extinct for over 300 years, might soon walk the earth again. Since its disappearance in the 17th century, the dodo has become the ultimate symbol of extinction. But now, thanks to cutting-edge de-extinction technologies, thousands of these flightless birds could once again inhabit Mauritius, their native island. This bold claim comes from Colossal Biosciences, a company that announced a significant advancement in their quest to resurrect this iconic bird. Just this past Wednesday, Colossal revealed they have successfully cultured pigeon primordial germ cells, the immature cells that develop into sperm and eggs, for the very first time. This achievement is a critical milestone in the process to bring back the dodo, which, interestingly, is classified as a type of pigeon. The breakthrough opens new doors for the resurrection of a species that vanished from our planet more than 3 centuries ago. Based in Texas, Colossal is no stranger to ambitious projects. Alongside plans to revive the woolly mammoth and the dire wolf, they have also engineered gene-edited chickens to serve as surrogate parents for the dodo. These chickens are injected with primordial germ cells derived from Nicobar pigeons, the closest living relatives of the dodo. Through precise gene editing, tweaking their genes to replicate the dodo's unique physical features, such as body size and head shape, these chickens will eventually produce hatchlings that closely resemble the extinct dodo. Ben Lamb, the CEO of Colossal, estimates that it will take about 5 to 7 years before we might witness dodos roaming once again, a timeline much shorter than the 2 decades some might expect. The company is actively collaborating with conservation groups to find secure, rat-free regions in Mauritius where these birds could be safely reintroduced. Rats and other invasive species were a significant factor in the original extinction, so selecting predator-free areas is essential. Our goal isn't to produce just a couple of dodos, Lamb explains. We aim to generate thousands, incorporating enough genetic diversity to ensure a healthy population that can truly thrive in the wild. This emphasizes the company's focus not merely on cloning, but on creating a sustainable, genetically diverse population capable of re-establishing itself. To put the historical context in perspective, the dodo once lumbered through the forests of Mauritius in the Indian Ocean without natural predators. All changed when humans arrived, especially during European exploration and colonization. The combined impacts of hunting and introduced invasive species like macaques, pigs, and especially rats, which preyed on dodo eggs, spelled doom for the defenseless fruit-eating birds. The last trusted eyewitness account dates back to 1662, when a Dutch sailor likened the bird to a very big goose. Over the centuries, the dodo has evolved into a symbol of irreversible extinction, a cautionary tale of human impact. However, Colossal's reliance on CRISPR gene editing technology gives the company confidence that they can reverse this finality and restore the dodo to its original habitat. Beth Shapiro, Colossal's chief scientist, passionate about the project to the point of sporting a dodo tattoo, described this breakthrough as super exciting. She noted that birds are far more challenging to edit genetically than mammals, making this accomplishment particularly noteworthy. However, Shapiro stresses the reintroduction won't be rushed. This isn't about suddenly releasing thousands of dodos into the wild, she says. Instead, the process will be slow, deliberate, and carefully monitored. She also highlights the unpredictable nature of ecological restoration. We can't fully know all the effects of reinstating a large, ground-dwelling, fruit-eating bird to Mauritian forests. But we're hopeful and anticipate positive, unexpected benefits. The idea is that reintroducing such a species might help repair ecosystems damaged by centuries of human interference. Yet not all experts share unalloyed enthusiasm. There is an ongoing debate about what genetically engineered species really mean for modern ecosystems. Leonardo Campagna of the Cornell Lab of Ornithology acknowledges Colossal's remarkable scientific advances, but urges caution. Recreating a dodo involves more than genetic sequences. It's about understanding how those genes interact in a living environment, Campagna points out. He raises important questions. Can a lab-engineered organism perfectly replicate not just the dodo's appearance, its unique facial structure, quirky wings, and large size, but also its behaviors and ecological roles? Maybe, he suggests, we're missing the full picture of what the dodo truly was. This leads to a broader reflection. Is the recreated dodo genuinely the extinct bird or a close approximation? The ethical and ecological implications of reintroducing such engineered species into present-day ecosystems, already altered and stressed by human activities and climate change, remain largely unknown. Currently, approximately 2 million species face the threat of extinction worldwide. The rate of loss is accelerating dramatically, driven by habitat destruction, global warming, pollution, invasive species, and unsustainable hunting. Scientists estimate that the current extinction speed is hundreds of times greater than the natural background rate, largely because of human activity. While Colossal envisioned its technological advances as a tool to protect endangered species and restore lost biodiversity, some critics argue this focus on revival distracts from the urgent need to prevent habitat loss and climate change, the root causes of extinction. Oxford biologist Rich Grenier offers a pointed critique. He calls de-extinction efforts dangerous distractions and likens gene-edited animals to simulations, resembling uncanny AI-generated portraits of deceased relatives. He warns that celebrating genetically engineered revivals risks undermining the moral imperative to protect natural species and their habitats before they vanish. Grenier also questions the practical realities. Once recreated, where would these new species live? Without safe, sufficient habitats, they risk becoming mere curiosities trapped in captivity, unable to fulfill the ecological roles their ancestors once held. Despite these criticisms, Colossal's work continues to attract substantial investment and celebrity attention. Just this week, the company announced an extension of its funding round by an additional $120 million, pushing its valuation to an impressive $10.2 billion. High-profile backers include athletes and entertainers like Tom Brady, Paris Hilton, Tiger Woods, and Peter Jackson, the famed director known for The Lord of the Rings. Jackson recently appeared in a promotional video for Colossal's project to resurrect the extinct moa, a giant flightless bird that once inhabited his native New Zealand. This highlights the expanding scope of de-extinction ambitions beyond just the dodo. Ben Lamb sees Colossal's efforts as complementary to traditional conservation. He describes the genetic engineering feats achieved as monumental, comparing them to Dolly the sheep, the first cloned mammal, a landmark moment in science. Lamb embraces controversy around the project, even encouraging dissent. Some may say, these are true dodos, he notes with a grin. Fine. Call them what you want. The more controversy, the